Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Sponsored today by the guys from U to B, the guys who are behind these excellent t-shirts. Let me show you the one I'm wearing today. This is one of my favorite ones. Love these t-shirts, love the designs. If you want to get hold of any of the t-shirts, the link is in the description. Click onto that link and it takes you through to their site, where all of the designs are there, all Arsenal-inspired t-shirts. You want to get yourself one of those, jump in. Now it's time to get into the transfer rumours. The big one that is going around today is all about Philippe Coutinho. Yes, I know the links have been going on and on and on with Coutinho, linking him to Arsenal. Now, it's being reported by a Barcelona news outlet that he's agreed terms to sign for Arsenal. Of course, I spoke about it a couple of days ago that the online Gooner had an exclusive story where they said that on Thursday, he was spotted with representatives at the training ground at London Coney. And now this is coming out of Barcelona that he's agreed terms. Now, you don't know what to believe on these things. I don't know what to believe, because there's been so many different stories. There was a journalist who came out a couple of days ago and said, listen, it's all a smokescreen. Arsenal are not looking to get Coutinho. But if this is true, for me, it would be very, very positive. I think Coutinho would be a great addition to Arsenal's team. He is that type of player who scores goals from midfield, something that we have lacked. He could be that real sort of true number 10 who just floats around on the edge of the box and can score goals and also create assists. And it was fascinating. He came on yesterday in Bayern's win, their 4-1 win over Chelsea. He played about the last 15 minutes of that game. So he's still in, Bayern Munich's plans at the moment as regards, the Champions League. Remember, they're still in the Champions League. They beat Chelsea 4-1 yesterday, 7-1 on aggregate. And they're now through to the next round where they're going to be taking on Barcelona. So, which is going to be very interesting. I'm not sure if he'll be able to play in that because, of course, he is a Barcelona player. But they're taking on Barcelona in the next round. I don't think his future is going to be resolved until either Bayern Munich are knocked out of the Champions League. I don't think it will be resolved until then. Once the Bayern Munich season's officially over, then I reckon you might see a resolution to this situation and find out a bit clearer where he is going. But if the rumours are true and he has agreed terms, and as I said, there was the exclusive story that he was at London Coney, and now this coming out that he's agreed terms. It is a Barcelona news outlet. And remember, some of these news outlets over there in Barcelona, very loyal to the club, feed a lot of stories from the club. Obviously, we know that Barcelona are looking to either sell him or loan him. I think a loan deal would be absolutely perfect for Arsenal, but it's one that we're going to have to keep our eye on. Philippe Coutinho, could he be an Arsenal player? What about Willian? Also very significant yesterday when it came to that game, Chelsea taking on Barcelona. Willian was not even in the squad, not on the bench, nothing. Didn't travel with the team over there to Bayern. And that seems to really prove that he is definitely on his way out of Chelsea. Didn't play in the FA Cup final either, remember, but yesterday didn't even travel with the squad to Germany to take on Bayern Munich. There's a lot of reports saying that an announcement could be made this week on where he is going to end up, but all the signs seem to point to him ending up at Arsenal, and he could be possibly the first signing that we see at Arsenal. So Willian could be an Arsenal player next week. What about Gabriel? Again, this very significant. Didn't or should I say, wasn't part of Lille's squad yesterday. Of course, over there in France, they're playing pre-season friendlies at the moment. Remember, the French league finished early to the annoyance of a lot of players over there in France. Remember, it was one of the only big leagues, that and the Dutch league, that decided to cancel their league because of the whole coronavirus. And their league is starting back earlier than most leagues. And Gabriel did not join the Lille squad for their pre-season friendlies, which seems to point to the fact that he is also on his way out. They obviously don't want him to get injured or anything like that before a deal is done. It's said to be that the Arsenal deal will be up to £27 million. Manchester United is still interested if you look at a lot of the stories out there as well, but it is looking more than likely that he will end up at Arsenal. Could that be a deal that is done this week? Again, very interesting to see that he was left out of the team and did not play in that friendly for Lille yesterday, seeming to suggest, should I say, that he is going to be moved on. Now, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we spoke about this one a couple of days ago. You would have heard troops when we done the Bias Premier League show. Very unhappy that Ainsley's being linked with a move away. Lots of clubs seeming to be queuing up for him, including Spurs. Spurs seem to be one of those clubs that are interested in signing Ainsley. Fulham are interested as well. West Ham are interested. It's going to be interesting to see where he ends up. Arsenal said to want about 25 to 30 million pounds for Ainsley Maitland-Niles. It was interesting yesterday that we put a post up on our Instagram that said selling Ainsley Maitland-Niles could be a costly mistake by the Gunners. That was how we titled the post, and Aubameyang liked it. So obviously he feels that we should be hanging on to him. We know already that Arteta wanted to keep hold of Ainsley, but that was overruled by the board, and it does look like Ainsley is on his way out of the club, but no shortage of suitors, as they say, for his signature. Are we in the hunt for a new goalkeeper? There's news in a lot of the outlets today as well about Bernd Leno, saying that Arsenal want to ascertain how bad his injury is. I thought he was back in training, so I thought it was all good, but this is the story that's floating around today, that Arsenal just want to see how bad his injury is before they decide whether they need to go into the transfer market for a goalkeeper. I mean, even if he's injured, I mean, we know we got Martinez who can come in as a number one, and I've seen Macy play, and he's decent as well. So why would we be wasting money on a goalkeeper? I mean, hopefully Leno's not going to be out for too long. He was runner-up in the Arsenal Player of the Season, and he has had a brilliant season. Let's hope that he can get well very, very soon. But that is one of the stories today, that Arsenal looking at goalkeeping options. And then there's Aubameyang. What's happening with that? Still no news on him signing a new deal, despite lots of news this week that he signed a new contract, that he's going to be, staying at Arsenal, a new 3-year deal. Still no announcement on that at the moment. And also stories coming out of Spain, again, that Barcelona have placed him on a shortlist. This is according to outlets out of Spain, and also an outlet called Sport Witness, that Barcelona have placed him on a summer shortlist. Now, will he wait to see what happens with any possible move to Barcelona, or is that just all a load of rubbish and he has already signed? We really don't know. It does look, all the indications are that he has signed a new deal. I expect that to be done. I'm not getting too worried about this story, but hurry up and get that whole thing done. And let's just see that it's all being completed, and that Aubameyang is still going to be an Arsenal player. But if Aubameyang signs, what happens with Lacazette? Now, this is another story out there today. This one in the Daily Star. They're saying that when Aubameyang does sign, Arsenal are going to be looking to get rid of Lacazette, and said to want around about £30 million for him. Now, again, I think this would be a bad move. Lacazette finished off the season well. He's got a great partnership with Aubameyang. We don't need strikers at the moment. And the other thing is as well, when I look into Arsenal's team, the only guy who you can get the ball up to and hold the ball up and that is Lacazette. And also you have to consider, what if there was an injury to Aubameyang? Who then would be that main striker? You know, it just wouldn't make any sense to me to sell Lacazette, especially for, you know, £30 million. I mean, we paid, about 50 for him. I'm hoping that this story is not true. Daily Star, not always the most reliable of sources, but that story is coming out of there today, that they would consider or are looking to sell Lacazette once they get the Aubameyang deal done. Let's wait and see how that one turns out as well. Rob Holding as well, linked today with a move away. Leeds are said to be interested in Rob Holding and would be willing to make him a signing, possibly more, or shall I say, more than likely on loan this summer. So I know that Arteta's a big fan of Rob Holding. Rob Holding did well in the FA Cup final, but you look at it, if Gabriel comes in, we're starting to have a lot of centre backs. Remember, Socrates is still there. I'm expecting him to be sold. You know, we just got so many centre backs at the moment. You know what I mean? Pablo Mari, who's gonna, you know, he's gonna be, you know, we signed him up. You know, if you've got Gabriel, Saliba, David Luiz, Socrates, Chambers, Rob Holding, that's a lot of centre backs. Mavropanos. So could possibly be a loan move for Rob Holding. Let's see. I mean, definitely there's got to be 3 to 4 centre backs that have to be leaving this summer, because otherwise there'll just be an absolute surplus. Arsenal linked with this guy today. His name is called Morgan Sanson. I think, if I remember rightly, Adam, who came on the show, Adam White, the other day from Get French News, he was mentioning this guy. He's a midfielder, attacking midfielder, 25 years old, plays for Marseille, has had a great season for Marseille. Marseille said to be willing to sell him, not because they really want to, because they like him in Marseille, the fans like him. You know, Marseille had a great season, as I said. When the season was cut short, they were second in the league, going to be in the Champions League. However, like literally all the French clubs, are probably apart from PSG, they've had a massive financial hit by the season finishing early, and would be willing to cash in on him. They said to want about £36 million. There's been interest from Everton. There's been interest from Spurs. But Le 10 Sport reporting that Arsenal are also interested in him and could possibly sort of nip in ahead of those two and get his signature. We know that Arsenal are looking for an attacking midfielder. Would this guy fit the bill? I might have to ask Adam again a bit more questions about him. I've seen him play, but I don't really know enough. I've not seen him play enough games to see or to find out how good he is. So I'll have to ask Adam about him. But he has been linked with Arsenal today, Morgan Sanson. So remember that name, probably going to be hearing more about that. As I said, a lot of clubs interested, Tottenham included. Those are the transfer rumours for today, lots of them. The Coutinho one's the one that's really interesting. Was he at the training ground last week, and has he agreed terms? If he has, do you think that would be a good signing? Would love to hear from you guys in the comments. And also, Lacazette. Should we sell Lacazette? Should we sell Ainsley? Should we send out Rob Holding on loan? You know, I think it's going to be quite a busy transfer market. There's going to be a lot of interesting things around Arsenal, because we know there are certain players that need to be moved out. There are certain players that we want to keep that might go out. There's going to be a lot of movement at Arsenal this summer, I think, because it is a rebuilding process. So what do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to AFTV, and we, of course, will be back tomorrow. Big up the guys from U to B. The link is in the description if you want to get hold of any of the T-shirts. But thanks for watching the show. Have a great Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow. Robbie here from AFTV. We've just got to say a big thank you to everybody who follows us across our various channels. Over 1 million followers on YouTube. Don't forget, you can now also catch us on Reddit. We're on Reddit, so get involved with us on Reddit and also on TikTok. Keep it AFTV, baby, right here.